Real life, real stories. Let's see what's trending in Indianapolis. This is Poteet on the Edge.
We've got Paul in the house. Paul, I've got an absent seat here, man.
Yeah, I feel kind of funny dancing with just another guy on the show. That's all right. I guess that's something that's on me. I suppose none.
I had to open with that, didn't you?
Where did your good friend go? Where is our co-host and executive producer?
I know. She's feeling under the weather, and we certainly give her all the prayers and good wishes to get better. But I feel like I've got a broken wing man, or wing woman.
So, was there a comma in there anywhere?
Commas save lives, it truly does.
I feel kind of bad because, I'm often not in the same room with you guys, and I was a week ago today, and then all of a sudden.
So we wiped everything down last time you were here, so we were really conscious of the fact.
This was one of yours last week.
No, I don't think you're typhoid, Paul. But you don't have a string of other infections happening. Well, we'll just stop right there.
Not that I know of. Terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible.
So
what I did find was a string of stories on the edge, though, as I always do for you.
Absolutely, and we always welcome some edgy stories. So, Paul, what do you have in the chute this week?
This might be something for our beloved co-host to do during her convalescence, because there's no more effective at-home, kind of in your bedtime killer than completing a 40,000 piece jigsaw puzzle.
Oh, I could think of a few other things besides that. 40,000 pieces. Oh my gosh.
Now, Mrs. Poteet will sometimes in the wintertime do these 500 or 1,000 pieces. I've never done one. I have. Look at that guy. I do not have the patience for this. But that's Jack Brait. It was a Disney jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
20-year-old guy, and this isn't like this isn't your grandfather and grandmother working. This is a 20-year-old guy. 6 foot. The puzzle is 6 feet long, 22 foot wide.
Wow.
He began August 17th. There are 10 bags of pieces to the puzzle. Each of the bags has about 4,000 pieces. It features classic scenes from The Jungle Book, Peter Pan. There you see it.
Oh,
Bambi, Fantasia, The Lion King, Little Mermaid. And he set his iPhone timer, much as I did just a few moments ago. Only mine's going to go off a lot faster than his did. So it took him 7 days and 53 hours.
Whoa.
He previously completed the world's jigsaw puzzle in 2014 with 32,000 pieces. Now he has, it says that he has autism, and he began building puzzles when he was 3 years old. His autism helped him excel at completing projects like this. Although I have a disability, I can still do many things. So if you know, as I do, if you know people who have autism in their family or whatnot, sometimes they're very focused on one particular thing, or very adept at one particular thing. I, on the other hand, I've never made it, I don't think, to completely through a game of Monopoly, Aaron. Have you?
Not without a lot of help and a couple beers.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you says a lot of help, everyone do that motion all at the same time.
It's for medicinal purposes only.
But he did it. I mean, 40,320 piece.
Unbelievable.
Do you start with the edges on something like that?
Oh, you have to. But I mean, literally, it's not just one puzzle. I mean, there are literally, if you look at the screenshot there's 10 puzzles. There are 10 different landscapes in that. 5 on top, 5 on the bottom. So it's not only doing the edges. I mean, literally, it's so big. It's 22 foot long. That's amazing.
Just think of that. That is all that. It looks like a print or whatever, but it's all little tiny pieces. And do you put that glue on it then afterwards? Do you preserve something like that, or do you just bust it apart again for the thrill of,
oh God.
What would you do? I mean, I think I might be inclined to just, preserve it at that point.
Yeah, put it on the side of your house. I'm just thinking, where in the world would I even assemble something like that? And you see in that video that he has a huge, giant 22 foot table, and then he put it on a wall. He actually donated it to What did he donate it to?
He donated it, I think, to an organization.
Oh, to a school.
To a school. Okay,
yeah.
To a school.
So they were able to put it on the wall. But I mean, just assembling that bloody thing.
If I ever get a Rubik's Cube right, I'm going to donate it to Edge of Indy. Okay, I will put some kind of a glue over that and then just present it to you.
Or just change the spots on the cube. I mean, if you really want to.
Well, shout out to Jack Brait. Okay,
wow.
Here's story number 2. This is a New Mexico-based Facebook user. You can do that for sale thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is always pushing me to, here's stuff for sale in your neighborhood. I don't know. Right. I don't think I ever asked for that, but I'm always getting that on my phone. But This guy had an offer of a slightly used coffin. That was only used once.
What other kind is there?
Those are the best kind. I hate a previously owned coffin, as we like to call it in the previously owned coffin business. The ad read, serious buyers only. This is a great deal. Well, it turns out that it was a hoax. It did ignite some horrified reactions, though, while the ad was up there. There you see the ad. I like the no holds.
As opposed to holes.
That's right. Well, you don't want any holes in your coffin too, Aaron. That lets in the worms, not to keep you up at night.
How did you recycle the coffin? What did you do?
And you buy it on the used coffin market?
Oh my gosh.
Hello, this is Sammy Terry.
It's almost like you need a coffin fax, right? Oh my Lord!
Would you like to know what this coffin has really been through? Yeah,
oh, geez. Look at it. Open it up, Jim. Pull that up. That second picture. Literally, there are stains in the coffin.
Yeah, what are you having parties in there? What's going on with that?
Gotta be kidding me.
When he says slightly used, first of all, I'm going to quibble with that description. I mean, that looks, like it's been used a little more.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm not sure why he did it, which is the case with about pardon the pun, which is the case with about 100% of things that you read about on the air. It says that he was trying to gauge the responses from people. What would you expect the responses from people to be? You had to go through all of that. So the responses range from disgust to amusement. My God, people lighten up, wrote one user. I hate to break it to you, but everyone is going to die. I would have bought it for $60. Coffins are expensive.
Oh my gosh. Anyone in need of a used coffin with bodily fluids?
And really, you think of all the status symbol things in the world. That's the one thing you definitely would buy just to impress other people.
Oh my God! All right.
This is number 3.
Yeah, that story's dead. Keep on going.
Dead and buried. Let's forget about it. We'll have a service for it this weekend. Everyone bring a dish to pass.
Oh my
We'll all meet in the basement of my church at 3:00 to talk about story number 2. But story number 3 is about a guy who may be on his way to a coffin. Aaron, how long do you last if you ingest 263 coins and 100 nails? If that ends up in your stomach,
I think I can last like the full duration of the Chicago L. I mean,
here, I got it. Hey, does anybody have any change? Yeah, I do. Give me a moment. Give me 3 cups of coffee and some privacy.
There it is. Oh.
Well, the doctors discovered 200. I'm sure they described it at some point.
There was some conversation.
But they discovered, 263 coins, 100 nails inside a man's stomach because he swallowed them.
Yeah.
I can't even get Brussels sprouts down. How did he do that? Look at that. That came out of his stomach.
Oh my Lord. There's more than change there. There's nails. There's a chain.
Oh yeah, there's nails, there's nuts. It's like a Happy Meal from Menards in there. I mean,
my gorge just rose on that one. What in the world's wrong with me?
I mean, you know how you go to Menards and then at the checkout, all of a sudden they have like things you can eat too, in addition to all the tools that you were looking at earlier. And it's like, no, this guy just combined it. He's going to eat from soup to nuts instead of scoop to nuts. But and oddly enough, he eats Cadillacs, Lincolns to Mercuries and Subarus. But he swallowed all of this stuff, and I guess the doctors removed it just in time, they say, because look at the x-ray.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible.
It's like something happened at the vending machine. Yeah, if
What
you
in the
feel you're not
world?
if you're not getting your money's worth from this guy, just shake him for a while and maybe one of the coins will fall out. 263 coins, 100 nails. The doctor says that obviously, that guy, it could have been serious or fatal eventually because one of the nails could have lodged in his stomach lining and caused internal bleeding. But I guess he's going to be okay, unless, of course, there was any change.
Oh, you stewed on that for a good solid day, didn't you? You knew that one. Oh.
I sat there and just sat, much probably like that guy did from time to time. So, have you ever, which reminds me, when you were a kid, did you ever, did something ever go through the cycle, accidentally? Like, I still remember a little marble that I may have swallowed when I was a kid.
Right. We had an incident with a couple of our kids actually swallowing a magnet or ball bearing, and boom, we're at the hospital getting a nice expensive scan of the stomach. And okay, I think one swallowed a Lego at one point in time. I don't know what it is.
Oh my gosh,
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember our kids swallowing anything like that, but I remember that, and eventually there was no hospital visit, but it was discovered. Anyway, that's probably all you need to know.
Yep, pretty much.
Since then, I've been really careful. And you know what we did just now, Aaron, with that segment?
What's that?
Nailed it.
Oh.
And that's what's happening this week.
Nail the coffin shut. How about that? I'll double down.
That's this episode of Paul Poteet on the Edge.
Oh, my. Thanks so much.
Scene. Okay. All right. Now we can look at the weather now that we've had that moment amongst us. That movement among us.
All right. So what are we looking at this week coming up?
Well, we are looking at temperatures. They're going to be warm for one more week, literally, as we come to you on the live stream Wednesday. It looks like we've got another week of this generally just kind of mild Pacific fronts as opposed to the Arctic fronts. You don't want an Arctic front because you know what happens then. But these fronts come through and they cool us off a little bit. Like yesterday, we missed the record high by 4 degrees yesterday. It was glorious for Tuesday. Temps got up to 65. Today, we had a front move through with some clouds last night, so it's only in the 50s today. But the record or the average high this time of year is 45. So we're good till probably about Wednesday or Thursday of next week. Rain day looks like Thursday. And then again, and that's going to be pretty light on Thursday, but the weekend looks fairly nice again. Monday and Tuesday, we got rain next week. And one of the medium range models has us then looking pretty much Wednesday, or I should say Thursday of next week for about a week after that. Every day we could have highs right around freezing and low temperatures right around the teens for about a week. So that looks like it's going to start probably about Wednesday or Thursday of next week. We'll be in that cycle then for at least a week.
Well, I mean, I could speak for Brittany, who's not here, but she is not happy with that forecast. She's not wanting that cold weather. But do I hear snow coming at all?
No. Well, sooner or later, love is going to get you, and so is old man winter. So, but it doesn't look like maybe till the second half of December, or at least it's not going to happen the first week of December, put it that way. Yeah.
All righty. Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for all the stories from the Edge, as well as our weekly weather update.
Brittany, I'm sorry again. We're with you in spirit.
Oh my gosh. There's hankies. And hopefully you didn't bring that contagion in, but if you did, we just want to officially say we're sorry, Brittany.
Yeah, better luck next time.
Thanks so much for the continued weirdness from Paul Poteet. Thanks. And by the way, where do our listeners find you?
As always, our listeners and viewers.
Yep, absolutely.
Because I feel like I'm being watched at paulpoteet.com. I've had this feeling over and over again for the last several decades.
Kind of creepy, isn't it?
paulpoteet.com.
And you can check out everything that he's doing and much more over there. Thanks so much, Paul, and we will circle back around to you next week.
All right, see you then.
All right, take care, buddy.